Hi Tiger, welcome to the Winds of Jupiter 2018 Chinese New Year's reading. Now you Tigers are quite lucky this year. You know, there's been a lot of ups and downs for the other readings, but your reading has less downs and some really good ups. It's saying here that there's going to be much luck coming to you in the future. Now the overall energy card that you received is the World. A cycle is coming to an end. All good or maybe even bad things come to an end. But I think this is all good and bad things came to an end that you've been waiting for quite a long time. Something now is culminated to a completion. You learned a lesson and now it's time to move on and accept new challenges. You graduated from something. This World card belongs to you and it's about following a destiny, completing it. This didn't feel like an easy thing. There was some struggles involved in it. But really now it's time for some closures. And the cards on the left, for what you know, agrees with that too, because you received the Death card and the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is about carrying a heavy load, taking on too many responsibilities. But with the number 10 there, it does indicate endings and new beginnings. And for me, it feels like you're now focusing on what matters, and you're dropping some of the wands. You're not going to carry such a heavy load. And the reason you're doing that is because you received the Death card. And this is a card about transformation. As I said, there's some destiny or fate involved in this. The Death card doesn't show up when it's wanted. It shows up when it's needed, when it's time. And with the World card, they're saying you're coming to the end of a cycle. It threw you into a transition and also carrying too heavy a load. This could be a blessing in disguise for advancement and just what you needed. It's time for some closure for some things, and the Death card beckons for closure. It's time to shed some things that aren't serving your life anymore. And if you look around, I believe you'll see quite a few things that aren't needed anymore in your life. Oh, way back when it might have had a use or a purpose, but not anymore. Things change, and you have to change with it. Change is not your enemy, but you'll be an enemy to change if you resist it. Now the cards next door for what is or can be yours. You receive the Ten of Pentacles and the Empress. So the Ten of Wands now turns into the Ten of Pentacles, the card of happiness. For finances, well-being, family. If you can shed some things from the Ten of Wands card, you are going to find the Ten of Pentacles happiness. This card is about retirement and feeling secure and stable in life. You might not be at retirement age, But you've worked hard enough to acquire luxury. But you have to remember, luxury is just a feeling. It's not a possession or a thing. It's a being, and appreciating where now that you've acquired this feeling of happiness. I believe you've invested a lot of time seeking this happiness. This is where the weight came from with the World card. And the Empress, she's about fertility. It's time now for you to enjoy the lessons that you learned with the World card. The Empress is also about bounty and harvest. And now it also is time to enjoy the material senses of love, sex, exhilaration of success, accomplishments. She is about beauty. And so is the Ten of Pentacles. Beauty and luxury put together. You couldn't have a better combination. But this is only what is or can be yours. And you have to drop those wands and accept the transition of the Death card. This is warning you to go with the flow and don't resist anything, because this is going to happen the way it should. Now it says you're going to get busy and start doing some things. This is going to be a busy year for you, because the cards next door, you receive the Eight of Pentacles and the Temperance card. The Eight of Pentacles is the busy bee card. It's a card about utilizing your talent, starting new projects with the fertility of the Empress card. You might have had a latent talent that you haven't utilized for a long time, or one that just kind of popped up, and now it's exploding into something that you enjoy doing, and maybe a hobby might come into something even more. Now the Temperance card signifies balance, moderation. And the Death card is number 13, and the Temperance card is number 14. So it's saying that when you're coming to the end of this transition or transformation from the Death card, if you can find moderation, you're going to find an abundance with the talents and the projects that you're picking up now. And this could have something to do with home and hearth, with the Empress right next door. But there is going to be some kind of harvest if you're willing to work hard. 8 is the number of responsibility and authority. And most importantly, it's the number of energy transformation. Channeling things and changing things from one thing to another. This is what the Death card is signifying, is transformation. There's going to be some kind of liberation or freedom that's going to bring some happiness to you from the Ten of Pentacles card. You're going to be cleaning some slates with the World card up there. There's some new things coming in, new projects with the Empress and the Eight of Pentacles, and the transition you're going through with the Death card. If things have been going well, you want to hang on to it, but don't do that. Ride on that surfboard on the crest of the wave, and then paddle back around and hit another wave. That's the problem with some people. When things are going well, they want to hang on to it. But you really have to go forward again and find some new things to challenge yourself with. It's not a challenge to do the same old, same old. And in the long-term end, you won't have the success that you had way back when. Now the future cards are just extremely lucky. You have the Three of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Four of Wands. Now the Three of Cups and the Four of Wands are both celebration cards. You've come to the end of something, and it's time to celebrate. Both these cards can signify shared accomplishments. People singing on the same sheet of music in harmony. The Three of Cups is more with people, and the Four of Wands can be community, more expansive. And then again, it focuses down to home, roots, and ascension. Now, whatever is going on with this transition and you ending it and balancing it with this Temperance card, the Wheel of Fortune is picking it up and saying this is going to be a very auspicious time in the future for you to act, for you to go forward with these new challenges from the World card. And then you'll reap the happiness with the Ten of Pentacles. But if you resist, you're still going to be carrying those Ten of Wands. So make sure that you're open now for some new opportunities and new projects, because it appears they're going to be very successful. And I wish you happiness, wealth, and longevity.